Welcome to Popcorn Buckets.
Hello.
I think that's our most straightforward intro.
This movie might be real. You might be in an 80s TV show or 90s TV show, 2000 TV show.
House. I'm at your mom's house.
No, you're not. You're at your apartment.
No, that's what she wants you to think.
Dude, whatever.
I came for the cookies.
First of all, my mom only makes cookies when it's Christmas.
She made them for my birthday.
Oh, that was nice of her.
I know, right?
Wait a minute. You weren't at my mom's house on...
That's why I'm going now.
All right, well, have fun.
She's going to hook up the Xbox. I'm going to play Halo and drink Mac D.
The sad part is there is an Xbox in that house, an original one. So my Meemaw found one like 2 years ago, but the laser disc tray is off, and me and Caleb are like doing research on how to fix it. Because dude, there are some she got off a yard sale for $5, the console and like a bunch of these games like Spider-Man 2, Simpsons Hit and Run, like the really good games for like $5. In fact, that's where I got the original copy of Knights of the Old Republic, the first one that I've got here at the house.
No, I'm actually looking into modding. Hold on a second. This is important. I gotta check this message.
Okay.
It's not fully up. You may have to edit this out.
Okay. What is Lily doing? You know, in my face, I just look like I'm a Discord monitor. Ugh.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Editing, Devin. Start. Like nothing happened.
Something did happen.
Those confused why we just cut. We went on a rant about Halo 2.
Ooh, Halo 2.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 3's better.
You were there. You were there for the discussion.
Halo 2's better. I mean, Halo 3's better.
Mm-hmm.
And Halo ODST.
I think we can both agree that it doesn't matter what Halo you're playing as long as you got Code Red Mountain Dew.
Dude, listen, do you want to know what it... I wrote this joke down. I don't know if I'll say it tomorrow night or not, but I had a group of middle schoolers, right? They were messing with each other, and the next thing I hear is one of them yell, "You have no friends in Fortnite!" And the kid just starts crying, running to me. And I'm like, yes, bro. I just looked at them. I was like, so... I was like, really, guys? Like, really? You're really upset because they said you had no friends in Fortnite. So apparently, and my assistant principal told me this is like now they use Fortnite to make friends or something. So it's like now that's bullying in 2024.
Sorry, I'm very confused by it. The text message on my computer that does not match up on my phone. Sorry. It was asking. My dad was asking where I was because I was going down for birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
It was like from 4 days ago.
Oh, and it popped up on your screen?
Yeah, and I'm like...
Dude, mine does that like all the time. Yeah, my Chromebook does that too. Like if it
I was just like... do I need to go down there now? I know we got stuff going on. Do I need to go down there? And I'm like, oh, it's 4 days ago.
Dude, yeah, my Chromebook will do that too sometimes. If yeah, it'll do that too. It'll just like unsync itself,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we take like a day or two off, and then like I boot this computer back up to edit or whatever, and then like all the text messages just flood in from those 2 days, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But no, we watched. Sorry, back on track. But yeah, so the new bullying in
There's a track?
2020. Huh?
There's a track?
Sorry, get back on track. So yes,
There was a track?
I mean there was something. I mean there was a weird ice cream monster in this movie.
Yep. That sells soup.
He did sell soup.
Yeah, in the end, he sold soup, technically. So, do you want to summarize this movie the best you can, or do you want me?
You want to take turns? I want to take turns because it's.
I've got it like in a couple sentences, so you go first.
All right. First of all, we watched the movie on HBO Max. I saw the TV glow, and boy, do not. This is a
Do not watch while high.
or intoxicated, under any drugs, alcohol, prescription drugs. Just be 100% sober.
You will hallucinate, and you'll be like, "What?" And in actuality, I thought I was hallucinating. Was I drinking? No. Did I do drugs? Also, no. I was just like, "Am I watching the right thing?" I had to watch this twice.
The
Because me and
I
Panda
had
were watching it, and I looked over at her, and I'm like, "You're seeing this too, right?" And she goes, "Uh-huh." And then we stopped the movie because we had to go record Cross the Line Paranormal, do that interview. And me and Hannah picked it back up, and we're like, and so later, without her, I rewatched it, and I'm like, yep.
dude.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Dude, I watched this by myself early in Sunday morning, and I was like, dude, am I like half asleep? Because I rewinded a few times because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is part of the movie. I started to text you like, what the hell are we watching? And I was like, you know what? I'm here for it. This is something. This is a movie that probably doesn't get reviewed a lot.
Yep.
And it's not it wasn't terrible.
It wasn't terrible. It wasn't good. It was something. It was an experience.
It was an experience. I gotta agree with you. It was something. I mean, it's a solid. Like,
we don't have to rate it yet. We'll talk about it some more.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we watched the TV Glow, and it's a movie about this kid who was like, every Saturday night I watch Mr. Pinky Pumpkin every Saturday night on the tapes.
I think this also. Sorry, I got distracted. I think this is our first A24 film as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, continue.
No, you're right. Honestly, I don't know why this movie shocked me when I saw the A24. I mean, they're known for. They're known for that stuff. Like, I hate to say it. Well, they're known for projects. Very creative projects. Yeah, creative. We're going to say creative.
I will say that we are diving in, if I have my way, we're going to be jumping into some horror and thriller movies. From everything from the 20s to the 20s. Like, through the years. We're diving heavy into Universal Monsters, which like started off a lot of like horror monster movies, and then depending on how quickly we go through those, we will get to like some of the bigger, like Jason, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Freddy Krueger. My goal is to get us into those steadily, but I want us to like marathon them.
Marathon.
I do not know if we will watch Child's Play though.
No, I don't want to. I'm gonna be scared.
That is not why.
I'm gonna be scared.
The children should be scared.
I'm gonna be scared.
I feel like you don't understand what I'm talking about.
No, you're gonna tell me off camera.
No, I think we should publicly say why we are on the fence about doing those movies. So it's very clear where we stand, especially since you're a teacher.
Oh.
Yes, Devin.
Oh.
There's 2 people in that movie, if not movie franchise, associated with pedophilia.
Oh.
That is a no-no. We are not for that.
Okay.
So I've been on the fence, but no. Knowing that it makes me question if we should put this on a schedule or something. So you see why.
Yeah.
I'm iffy about Child's Play. But for something like this, like I saw the TV Glow, when making schedules, I'm like, this will be an experience. This experience will be a good episode.
No, it was. It's like you said. I kind of agree with you. It's not terrible. We've watched worse, but I don't think it's a masterpiece because there's some parts where I'm like, what? And I'm not gonna lie to you, that ending took me a minute to process. But I'm
not gonna lie to you. Normally the ADHD in my brain is like, oh, predictability. This is where the story is gonna go, and then this was at a point where I was like, the fuck?
Dude, I'm telling you, it was a good. This movie, it's a good thriller. Like I have to give it credit for that.
Is it a thriller or is it just?
It's a something. I consider it a thriller because the girl, the side character Haley was like.
It's a horror drama.
Horror drama.
I don't think it is though.
I mean, it was something dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry. Anyways, the main character will watch these tapes every Saturday, and I thought it was pretty cool. I like the graphics and stuff like that, where it was like the purple writing on the walls, and the music was pretty good. I don't really talk about music a whole lot when we review these movies, but the soundtrack for this movie was pretty good.
Okay, glad you mentioned that because that brings me to a note. A lot when things were revealed in the bar scene, a lot of it was singing about what was being talked about. And I was like, huh, that is very fascinating. I think the last time we may have talked about music was Captain America, The First Avenger. I think there was another one that we talked about after that. But I know I do enjoy this music. I think it does a really good job at kind of like helping the story progress. Because on the second watch through, I was like, oh, she's explaining things as they sing about it in the background, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. Another thing too, you know what scene really threw me off? The one where the side character Haley, she's just like in that blank room right behind a DJ booth, and she's like, "I paid somebody to bury me alive," and he called back. The side girl, the main girl, I thought her name was Haley.
Maddie?
Oh, was it Maddie? I guess because she looked like the singer Haley. To me,
who?
You know the singer Haley, that sings that song with Machine Gun Kelly. You know.
Devin, I'm white. I'm not that white.
Anyway, she looked like a pop star to me. But you know what scene? Yes, Maddie did. That's why I guess I thought her name was Haley.
She looked like no, I would argue that she looks like a stereotypical. I'm not like other girls, girl for a good bit, and you saw her style progress.
Yes, that was pretty cool.
Yes. And then you had Owen,
Who
which
didn't age at all, or he's just
I
like,
couldn't. No, he did. I'll get to that. He aged, um, and he. I mean, to be fair, I don't look like I age much as well because I'm baby faced,
I'm just fat.
and he's. I don't know, but when they make him older, it is disgusting. His lips are all crusty.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like he's wearing uh, stage makeup for like a
Mm-hmm.
play or something. And I'm like, this could have been done better.
Well, dude, he was trapped in there the whole time.
No, I mean the makeup.
Oh, I mean, I honestly, like, part of me believed Maddie, but part of me is like, no, dude, hold up. Like, Maddie's actually crazy. And I was like, wait a minute, where's all these people? Why isn't this tone?
I need you to know I wrote notes for this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, oh, this would be an interesting Elseworld story where you leave it and you're like, oh, what if? And then it pans to him being older, and I'm like, we're done, right? Clock's running out on the. Why do we have so much time left in the movie? And then all of a sudden, shit starts happening, and I'm like, okay.
Well, dude, what made me convinced that he was trapped was when he didn't go with her in the movie theater scene. I was like, where's everybody at? And I was like, it had changed to the monster to the screen. I said, oh no, he is trapped in there.
I
Like, Owen is the other girl that got taken,
Isabella.
Isabella. And the monster was like, yeah, look, I got him. And I'm like, wait a minute. Does he really got him?
Mm-hmm.
Because stuff wasn't making sense in Owen's past, like with his sister disappearing. What got me at first was like when his sister disappeared.
Sister.
Yeah, remember he said his sister disappeared?
I don't remember his sister.
His brain was getting messed with. He was the girl Elizabeth, but in that world, Elizabeth was his sister,
Isabel.
Isabel. Like his brain was jumbled because the monster had him in that
Yeah,
snowball dimension.
Okay.
Makes sense? That threw me.
No.
That's why I had to rewatch it and like relook at it. I was like, okay, that makes sense. And Maddie, like the TV show, crazy thing was the TV show was the real world.
Mm-hmm.
But so Owen was watching the real world on TV tapes.
Sure.
Mr. Poca Poca.
I don't have a lot of notes. Do you want me to start diving into one of them?
Sure.
So, The Man in the Moon.
Yep.
It the most notable thing for like use of phrase is the man in the moon is like gets struck by the aircraft in 1902. That film.
Oh.
Apart from that, there's a couple other like folklore stuff. So like there's a long-standing European tradition holds that the man was banished to the moon for his crime. Jewish lore says that the image of Jacob is engraved in the moon. Another held that he is the man caught gathering sticks on the Sabbath, sentenced by God to death by stoning in the book of Numbers. I'm so sorry. 24, 32 through 36. Some Germanic cultures thought he was a woodcutter, found working on the Sabbath. There was a Roman legend of that he is a sheep thief. One medieval Christian tradition claims that he is Cain, the Wanderer, forever doomed to circle the earth. Dante's Inferno alludes to this. For now doth Cain with fork and thorns, confined on neither hemisphere, touching wave beneath the towers of Seville. Yesternight the moon was round. Mentioned again in Paradise. In Chinese mythology, the goddess, I'm very sorry, Cheng is stranded upon the moon, consuming a double dose of immortality potion. In some versions of the myth, she is accompanied by, once again, I am sorry,
You're good.
Yutu, a moon rabbit. Another mythology tells a story of Wu Gang, once again, sorry, a man on the moon who is trying to cut down a tree that always regrows. North mythology, Mani, so sorry, the male personification of the moon who crosses the sky in a horse-drawn carriage. He is continually pursued by the great wolf. Sorry, Hati. Sure. I don't speak Norse. Who
Welcome to
catches
Popcorn Buckets,
him
where we
at
correct
Ragnarok.
everything.
Mani simply means, that's right, moon.
Yep.
Vietnamese mythology, the man in the moon is named.
What?
I'm gonna try. I am so sorry to any Vietnamese listeners. Email us. I will try to correct it. Sorry. I'm not a caveman. I'm seeing how to pronounce this.
You're not gonna risk it.
This did not help me.
It didn't help you?
No. It's just like, it just showed me a bunch of like Vietnamese text, and I was like, "Are you watching TikToks while I do this?"
No, I got a notification that came through.
That's not how to pronounce it.
Oh no, banana, nana. Will Kyle solve it? Will Devin solve it? No, he won't. Find out on the next exciting episode of Popcorn Bucket.
Who in?
Sure. Who in? Say it.
He was
Who
originally
in?
a woodcutter on Earth who owned the magical Banyan.
Banyan.
Someone give me the pronunciation.
We need a friend. We need a friend a language content creator.
It's just editing Devin like, hey, it's pronounced like this.
Okay. You think I can do it? You think me?
Get the new hat on.
You think me in editing's just gonna be like,
I looked it up. It's pronounced this.
You want me? Oh my god, dude! I gotta tell you this stuff, dude. I gotta tell you something off camera too. I might.
Well, get you a little hat that just says editing. We're not gonna pay to get it to say editing. We're just gonna tape a piece of paper that says editing.
Oh, editing Devin on my forehead?
No, on the hat.
Oh.
But he's a woodcutter. One day, his wife ignorantly watered the tree unclean water. It caused it to uproot itself and fly away. You know how trees do.
Yeah, for real.
He grabbed its roots and was taken to the moon. There he eternally accompanied the Moon Lady and the Jade Rabbit. The trio has become a personification of... Seriously, like, message us with the correct pronunciation of these, and we will correct this.
We are so sorry.
Tetrugdi. They descend the mortal world and give out cellophane lanterns, mooncakes, and gifts to children.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Japanese mythology is said to be a tribe of human-like spiritual beings that live on the moon, especially explored in the tale of the bamboo cutter.
Huh.
This is probably going to be the last one I do.
All right.
Latvian legends, two maidens went naked from the sauna carrying poles to the well. While collecting water, one of the women noted how beautiful the moon is, and the other was unimpressed, saying her bottom was prettier, and proceeded to moon the moon. As punishment, either Devers or Menace, moon deity, put the women along with a carrying pole on the moon, with her bottom now visible to everyone.
Is that where we get mooning from?
I don't think so, but that's something.
I think that's where we get mooning from. This movie has taught us the origin of mooning.
But
now
yeah,
you
you're
know.
supposed to be able to see like a man on the moon. I've only ever been able to see the rabbit.
Really?
Yeah. Have you been able to see the man on the moon?
I know. Excuse me. I know when a new moon's out because these kids want to act crazy.
I'll work security. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Dude. New moon people want to lose their mind.
Yep. But yeah, you're supposed to like the craters and like stuff on the moon. You're supposed to be able to like see an outline of maybe like a rabbit, a face, a lady, apparently a woodcutter, according to Wiki.
The wiki. You wikied it.
Earliest known phrase, a man in the moon, originated in Middle English period 1150 to 1500, somewhere in that period.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah. You want to talk more about the movie, or do you want me to go on my next note?
You can go to your next note.
Okay. I want you to think about this movie.
Okay.
From two different perspectives, Devin.
All right.
Specifically based on gender.
Okay.
So he goes through, he's a man. He was originally a woman, but now he's a man.
Yep.
Then the second, this is someone who's actually a girl, but in the wrong body.
Ooh.
There's a very heavy trans lens that you can apply to this film, and that's part of the reason I was like, oh, we should do this for that, because we have a lot of friends that are trans, especially on the Random Hour.
Okay, that's an interesting take.
You don't see it.
I really don't. But like,
think about it. Think about the movie. Think critically.
Oh God, that's my weakness.
Think about how he spends his whole life as one person. Okay.
All right.
But how that he used to be a girl doesn't define him.
Oh.
Right. That's one interpretation.
See,
that is the trans man lens. And then I don't know if you could apply a female trans lens, maybe in reverse when you apply the ending. But he chooses to push his old self or his female self away and present masculine, choosing false reality for him until he finally snaps.
Yeah, and that's like he's just snaps, and then he's just like, meh. I'm just like, dude, you're trapped. Like, get out.
That wasn't. Oh, that was like, that was panic. That he panicked, and then denial. Everything's okay. Everything's fine.
Dude, he literally ripped his stomach open and he had a glowing
He did
aura.
not rip his stomach open. He cut himself with a box cutter, and then became a light bright. He was the TV glow.
Oh, I thought that was his female spirit.
I mean, it could be interpreted like that. It was the female spirit leaving.
Right.
So
That's how I interpret it. And then I'm like, okay, you're really trapped. And I was like, wow. Because this movie makes you think that, no, it's not true. But then Maddie's like, I got somebody to bury me alive. I'm like, then how are you here? What?
No, the thing was that she killed herself to like break through the other end.
To go get Owen.
Not to go get Owen. I took that. Hold on a minute. What do you mean? Because I took it as she killed herself. Tara killed herself.
Did you?
Or Maddie killed herself, and then came out the other side as Tara and was like, "Oh shit, I got to go back and get him." Another interpretation that I had was Maddie was the personification of Tara.
Mm-hmm.
And this was all in Owen's mind.
See, I would have thought that at first too. With all the weird cuts.
That was what I was thinking. That it was in Owen's mind, and Tara was reaching out to the Owen to try to get Isabella back.
All right. But in reality, this is how I interpret it. I interpret it as the tapes were real life. Mr. Moon.
Or Melancholy. He's also called Melancholy.
Yeah,
I could not find anything online for Mr. Melancholy except from this movie.
Yeah. Well, I thought Mr. Melancholy actually took Isabel. Like, I thought the tapes were real life, right?
No, I think they are, judging from the ending. Because I was like, oh, it's up for interpretation. That's neat. And then shit hit the fan at the birthday party.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because that's what it makes you think. Because you're like, oh, no, she's crazy. No, he's crazy. Wait, is he inside? Is this
he's not even in reality. He's in like this weird dystopian thing.
Correct.
Now, do you think he/she is dead? You know what? We're gonna go with he for Owen, just because he chose that. He chose to instead be the guy instead of Isabella. I don't know if coercion's there, but it was a choice, so we're gonna roll with just using he pronouns for right now.
Dude, I think he's slowly dying, like she said.
Yeah,
and then
I think
she just gave up, or she just gave up.
Had to give up on saving him
because it would make sense because she
gave
disappeared.
Up on saving Isabella because like that was the old Owen.
Yep.
And so there was nothing she could do to help him, and so she had to break that psychic link.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the villain wins.
I think so. Yeah. It's rare, but yeah, he won.
So,
except I don't understand why he came after her. It's kind of weird. I was like,
well, they had like a psychic link, and they were going after minions.
Yeah.
Mr. Melancholy was sending out. From what I could tell,
it was a weird like Power Ranger vibe of the week. I was like,
yeah, it's that '90s-esque thing, which they did a really good with the aesthetics and stuff.
Yeah, with the VHS tapes.
Yeah,
this is gonna sound bad, but I wonder how many like middle schoolers or like younger audience that are like, "What are those tapes? What are those?"
We're not doing this.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Uncle Kyle? How do you use the tape? What's that thing he's pulling out?
It's called my middle finger.
Oh
no! I refuse to be part of this bit. Do you know why, Devin?
What?
I am not going to choose actively to seclude half of our audience or a good part of our audience that may just be joining us for the first time.
I'm just playing around. Hey, at least it's not like the twins. The twins looked at one time. I gave them the VCR because the twins are actually about. The twins turned 21 in 2 days, and they looked at me and were like, "What? What do you do with this?"
Shoot, I taught Will how to use a VHS tape when he was like 7.
Uh huh.
And we would watch old, like, what did we watch? We watched some series. I forget what it was, but we were watching old VHS tapes of movies from when I was a kid. It may
It's
have been
probably
Pokemon.
SpongeBob. Oh, might have been Pokemon.
I had some Pokemon movies.
Dude, I've been on a Pokemon grind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But yeah. You got any more notes?
I do not. What would you rate this?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I kind of enjoyed this movie.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think it's a masterpiece. You should not watch this movie intoxicated. You need to watch the movie sober.
Still,
But
even that may be too much.
but I mean, I don't know, man. It's like you said, I kind of like how it was interpretation. I might just give it an 8, just because it was pretty solid. You know what I mean?
Not completely. I was gonna give it a 3.75.
Oh, why you gonna rate it so low?
Here's the thing. My first take, that's immediately after watching it. I was like, this makes no sense cohesively. This doesn't add up. And then I sat on it.
Uh huh. It made you think, didn't it?
And I thought about it for a couple of days, and I was like, this does not deserve above like a 6 in my mind. Okay?
See, I like. Okay.
Hold on. Stick with me.
Let
me explain.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you explain.
I'm a white guy with a podcast. Let me talk.
No. I'm gonna mute you.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, take that. I muted you. Yeah. I muted you.
I gotta give you a small bit of power to fix your ego.
Yeah. All right.
But no.
Anyways, go ahead.
But no, like sitting and thinking on this for a while, I thought about the trans lens. I thought about what this meant for their reality in the movie. This is not a. I don't think this is a one-watch movie.
Right.
I think even when you know what's coming, the first time it gets you, like it really like throws you for a loop-de-loop.
That
and
it does.
It does a full roller coaster ride for you. I do think this is more interesting on a couple different rewatches. I would recommend watching this more than once. I'm thinking about a 4.75.
See, I'm
willing to be negotiated.
But see, you're raising all these good points, and I agree with you, but I enjoyed how the movie had you thinking, because even after I watched it, I was like, huh. And the more I sat on it, I was like, well, that was a pretty good turn. I like how the movie focused, made you as the watcher, like, question everything, and you're like, huh. You know what I mean?
I think I may give it a 5.25.
That works. I think you can give it
Let me check to see if you want to keep talking. I will see.
And plus, the monster makeup was cool. You gotta admit, the monster makeup was cool.
Monster makeup was cool, but the old makeup was not cool.
No, it wasn't. Although I didn't really understand why they had the Mr. Popsicle. I was trying to give everybody popsicles, but really he was a monster. I didn't get that.
I don't want to tell you, man.
That part was weird. And then he's like, soup. I'm gonna give you soup.
Okay, so
you want soup?
We are rating this 13.25, Devin.
That's fair.
This is our first thing that we've rated a 13.25 so far.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This is also our first movie from 2024.
Well, yeah.
We're posting this in the year 2025, Devin. You may notice the episode's been interrupted. This is Kyle from the future, and then editing Devin.
Hello,
Introduce
Edwin
yourself,
Devin.
editing. Oh, you already did. Okay.
Listen, I always tell myself when I see myself before I hit play, I go, I know somewhere in this editing I said hello, future Devin. We talk about future editing Devin
No,
during each interview.
It's an ongoing joke of future Kyle and editing Devin, because I listen back to these episodes, and you have to watch them and edit them, and so we're both rewatching it and re-listening to it to see what we can improve, which is important. This is one of those times where Devin's already uploaded the file for this episode, but because of TikTok, I know that's going to be a weird sentence in 2025 because it's supposed to be banned. What is it, January 19th or the 2nd?
I think 19th.
Yeah. So that's going to be a weird concept in the future. I know I'm from the future.
Future.
No, we're still recording this in 2024. It's actually tomorrow's Devin's birthday.
Hello.
And he's getting a creepy doll.
Do not tell me you sent a creepy doll to my house. You beeping dead.
Penelope is a sassy girl.
And you sure did. Oh my god. You're gonna freak Megan out. I should have known.
Megan's already given me the go ahead. She said as long as it haunts little blonde boys, it'd be fine.
Great. I can't look forward to that in my mailbox.
Little do you know, she also is gonna pay rent. Penelope has a job under the Trump administration.
As soon as this airs,
sanitation, okay?
As soon as this airs, this is the one episode where this gets banned. They're like, it's banned.
Is it banned because of what we're about to talk about, or banned because of Penelope?
Who knows? Who knows?
But no, like for what we're actually going to talk about, we're still picking up on the topic of I Saw the TV Glow, but after we finished recording the episode, it became a major TikTok trend where a lot of trans people were like, I saw the TV Glow, I didn't turn it off. And I feel like we should talk more about what we're seeing on our For You pages and what I sent Devin because they weren't on his For You page.
Correct. Dude, my For You page, so many streamers now.
Yeah. We got to get that content. We got to go contact those people, Devin. All 473 of them.
I know.
But no, let's talk about I Saw the TV Glow. Devin, if you could kindly summarize what you recall from your TikToks that I sent you.
So I seen a lot of people quote I Saw the TV Glow, and it showed them in their and I feel like I might be butchering this terminology, just correct me. Their okay, that's the right word,
pre-transition.
Okay, pre-transition. Okay. I almost said pre-transformation. Thank you. For pre-transitioning, and then it would play the upbeat beat to it, and it's like I saw the TV going in, burp, burp, and it showed them as their current self.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, and I'm going to cut you off now. So, a generalized idea is in the movie that they saw the TV Glow, and that was the ideal version of themselves, or the better version of themselves, for self-improvement. There's some discourse over whether cis people should be doing this trend or not.
Okay.
A lot of people would urge you against it. When you take in the metaphors for trans lens of this movie, initially when we recorded this, I think I favored more towards the trans mass aspect, where Owen decided to stay a male.
Yes. When we later found
in that
out,
false world, and then eventually that, if you will, egg broke. That's an
Yeah.
egg is an important term, especially for this. So the egg broke for him, and it kind of got to the point where the shell couldn't really hold anymore, and that TV glue out of him. So some stuff that I saw was, sorry, I've written some stuff down. The film is heavily laden with metaphors related to trans identity.
Yep.
Owen's journey and shows elements reflect the struggles and realizations associated with being transgender. The Pink Opaque show, which changes when Owen becomes an adult, symbolizes the different perceptions and understandings of the identity over time, such as gender identity or idea of self-identity.
You know what? I didn't even think about it. That's right. He did say when he got older, because when they transitioned from tape to the like parody of Netflix, he did talk about how this was not as good as he remembered.
Yes.
I don't think we had tackled that originally when we recorded this.
So the movie kind of uses like the idea of like Mandy and Owen's theme to explore self-identity. Mandy goes through a much bigger struggle with burying herself alive, if you will. She had help burying herself alive and coming back to save Owen.
Right.
She took a true leap while Owen hesitated and kind of stayed in his shell because he was too scared to take that leap. But eventually, filled with paranoia and regret, the static symbolizes the potential of self-discovery in old age, emphasizing it's never too late to change yourself. So we talk to a lot of transgender people on the Random Hour. It's always been our goal to be inclusive, especially marginalized groups. 2025 is post-election. I feel like, especially when these marginalized groups are so heavily attacked, is when those voices are most crucial to be heard.
Right.
A lot of trans people will often tell you it's never too late. It's never too late to work on yourself and explore your identity and help better yourself and transition. It's never too late. It's very politicized. It shouldn't be. Yeah. Devin, would you like to add anything?
No, you pretty much hit everything on the head, and we even as our fans are listening to this episode, you did a pretty good job tackling the transgender lenses in this movie. Okay, was that the right thing to say?
The trans lens, but transgender can also work.
Okay, and if you're real, and this movie does a pretty good, like I said before, this movie does a pretty good job of hinting at that, or not say hinting, or giving that message to interpret. It's there with a lot of other messages in that movie. And I've said it before, I thought this was a pretty solid movie that I think people will enjoy. And it'll make you go, what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes. We are not going to alter our scores here unless you feel necessary.
Nah.
I'll pull the Southern Baptist in me out. If anybody in this congregation feels their heartstrings being tugged on, may they speak now. No. I don't feel like I need to change it. I still feel fairly confident in how we rated it.
Yeah. No, it's a pretty good movie. It's a what the heck movie.
So TikTok says some stuff about existential dread. Would you like to hear that?
Sure, we got time.
So the film portrays the horror of the living to untrue life and existential dread that comes with it. It emphasizes the importance of living authentically and the consequences of not doing so. In also regards to queer horror, which I'm surprised TikTok used that term specifically.
Wow.
The film also delves into queer horror with lines like, I like the TV shows having dual meanings for the queer community. It speaks to the underrepresented groups such as asexual community and highlights the border struggles of queer and trans individuals.
Yeah, I could see it. I agree. Because Cat was a cat. Oh boy, I'm getting movies mixed up.
I'm confused on who Cat is, but go ahead.
The female lead was a lesbian, correct?
Yes, she was.
And I think it did a pretty good job with her identity and things like that. And obviously, her and Owens were friends, and she tried to go save her friend and things of that nature. It's just a pretty solid movie.
Yeah.
No, do I think it's a masterpiece? No.
I think it's a really good horror and thriller movie. It definitely makes you question things. It leaves you on the edge of your seat. It's a good movie. I watched it twice because I was like, hold on. And then I rewatched it and I was like, okay, some of this stuff is making more sense on the second watch through. It's just a really interesting movie. I do think it's worth a watch. But yeah, Devin, do you have anything else, or would you like for me to have you pan back to the original?
Go ahead and let's pan back to the original in 3, 2, 1, bye.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, DJ Lee, he mailed us back. I got it pulled up. He said, what time?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Listen, my goal is to get a full 100 years
You
of
want to
movies.
So when we're long gone, it just pops out?
I don't know if it just pops out. It's just... Wait, I meant review 100 years worth of movies, Devin.
Oh, okay, I thought you were saying we're going to go to 100
We're
years.
going to keep doing this until we're 100.
I mean, dude, Mr. Beast says, he's like, dude, I've got videos stored up in case I die. It's coming out if I die.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, Devin. I'm probably not going to live long. And I can bet money that you won't get your ass in gear to help me pull off 100 years worth of movie reviews.
Oof, that's a lot of movies.
I couldn't get you to show up on time today.
Oof.
So, am I wrong for assuming that I can trust you on that?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, would you like to know what we've rated at 13.5 out of 20 though?
Sure.
Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, 1956. Red, White, and Royal Blue.
That was a good little rom-com.
Okay, are you ready for what we've rated at 13 out of 20?
Sure.
Alien 3.
Yeah.
National Treasure.
Really? We rated that movie that low?
Yeah.
I thought we rated something.
That was before we started doing the point stuff system. If I could go back and redo how we score things, I would. I would actually make it so that we were scoring that on a scale out of 100. So, and I do think we've reviewed some movies too harshly. Like, sorry, I'm scrolling. Attack of the Killer Sofa, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and to think what else. Maybe Twilight. One of the Twilight movies.
Oh my God, Megan made us. We watched that Sunday, dude. We watched that this Sunday. Ugh. I know.
Maybe X-Men Dark Phoenix, because you have that poster and you still haven't hung it up.
I know it's. Where is that poster? It's in here somewhere.
But no, things that we rated 13 out of 20: Alien 3, National Treasure, +1, and Rodan. Rodan was pretty good, or not Rodan. +1 was a pretty good movie.
It was really? We rated +1 that low? Also, here's the poster.
Yeah, it was like one of the first couple rom-coms that we rated that wasn't Twilight too.
Poster.
We should do more rom-coms at some point once we get through a good bit of Universal Monsters.
Yeah, +1 actually one of them rom-coms I think I'd actually recommend to people. Then would you consider Someone Mary Berry? That would be another one I'd recommend.
I gotta check something. I really have to.
Someone Please Mary Berry.
Someone Mary Berry is rated a 7.5 out of 20.
Really? I remember that movie was. I think we were harsh on it, but still, it was.
It has the same rating as High School Musical 2 and War of the Gargantuas. All right, Devin, could you hit the outro?
Well, guys, thank you for joining us on this episode of Popcorn Buckets. If you enjoyed, come check me out. If you enjoyed what you listened, come check me out on my podcast. What?
Sorry, I was just thinking of someone. Mary Berry.
Oh, okay.
So many poop jokes.
So many. If you guys enjoyed what you heard today, come check me out on my sports podcast, the More Sports Podcast. Also, come check out Kyle's show, The Random Hour, where we talk about random things. And we've also interviewed so many awesome content creators that in 2024. Hopefully, when this episode comes out in 2025, we've got some more awesome content. And of course, you can watch our YouTube channel, Random Incorporated, where you can watch the video version of this episode of Popcorn Buckets and Random Hour and some other content that we made along the way. And you can follow us on social media, Instagram as Randall Boys, and on Twitter as Randall Corporate One. And hey, if you want to watch some gaming, I stream on Twitch every once in a while at DVIOM25. Kyle, any last words?
You glitched for me, and the utter terror in my heart just came through like was being killed by Mr. Melancholy.
Ooh, and ended.